For George Crumb, the summer of 1853 was a cracker, for this was the time when he invented his famous Saratoga chip, known also as the crisp or potato chip. Crumb, a once humble chef working from the eateries of New York, is now the hero of every self-respecting potato, and of the many farmers who make their living by scooping these fleshy roots or tubers from their holes in the ground. I say potato, and the Spanish say batata. Botanists call them Solanum tuberosum, but the French have the best name of all. They say pomme de terre, which means apple of the ground. The Incas on the mountains of Peru were the first to recognize the joys of potatoes, and about 500 years ago, the kindly Incas shared them with famous explorers such as Sir Walter Raleigh and Christopher Columbus. Here in the sorting shed, the harvest is measured up, and potatoes are dropped into boxes according to their size. The crisp maker will want the larger specimens, and he'll need to fry them in fat before they're all flavoured with beef, perhaps, or smoky bacon, or maybe even lamb. In storage, the lights are dimmed because it's time for an important sleep. While they were being harvested, the potatoes may have suffered from a number of little bruises. Sleeping does the same for them as it does for us. It gives them a chance to heal. The farmer has thoughtfully left a layer of his soil on the potato skins. The fact is that all that muck is good for the little fellows. It feeds and protects them in storage. However, dirt is something that most of us prefer not to eat. So, it's off to the bathtub. For reasons best understood by the factory manager, the peeling machine is stuck right up near the ceiling, so the potatoes have to be sucked up a great silver pipe for the pleasure of having their skins removed. All that peel and dirt comes off to be gathered up in a box so the farmer can put it back onto his field. Did you know that the first ever vegetable to be grown in space was a potato? They have starch for energy. Vitamin A for your eyes, very useful in the inky blackness of space, and vitamin K, without which even the smallest nick in your skin would never stop bleeding. They're off to the ceiling again. Can you imagine what the factory manager has in store for them this time? It's the slicer. In this factory, every day is a Friday, and the boiling fat is waiting. For the best results, accurate temperature control and split-second timing in the bath are both crucial, and care must be taken not to fall into the fat. What a welcome sight these little fellows would have been to the people of Ireland back in 1845. They had come to rely rather heavily on their potatoes, and disaster struck when the crops were ruined by a kind of fungal blight. The result was a terrible time of hunger and starvation, known as the Great Potato Famine. Now, who could this be? It's the flavourer. He's shoveling in powdered cheese and onion. This lady is the quality controller. Her quick fingers pick out the few defective crisps before the rest are tumbled, in the flavour-dusting drum. The slithers are at their freshest, and the important thing now is to get them wrapped up in foil bags. Quickly. We're up near the ceiling again. This machine shakes random weights into a selection of miniature trays. Every second or so, a computer weighs all the trays at once and decides which selection it needs to open in order to send exactly the right weight down into the bag sealing area. The bags protect the contents in a bubble of air. Woe betide any underweight specimens, for they will be kicked unceremoniously to the floor. The good bags are boxed up to be sent to the shops, where they can keep fresh for months, until we fancy that tasty little snack. And all thanks to an American chef and our old friends, the Incas, on the mountains of Peru.